I actually grew up in the church with my grandmother, so I always had Jesus. I always prayed every night, so I always knew Jesus. But I think once I got into that street life, I just kind of stirred away from it. Violence in our neighborhood was just normal. I ended up going to Cook County Jail. When I first got there, it was just something that I had never experienced. You know, you walk in and you finally sit on this cold steel, you kind of know it's real. This is real, this is your life. When I walked out, I never forget, they gave me my belongings and I was putting my jacket on and I was saying, I never come back to this place. Just a normal day. And one of my friends was saying, somebody been looking for you in this red car. So I didn't really think nothing of it. But as I'm reaching for the door, he's running up, said a few words, and then I just heard boom. When I heard boom, I thought something hit my face, but it hit my neck. So when I was on that ground, I'll never forget when them bullets was going in me, I kept saying, God, don't let me die like this. I'm just thinking, I'm just gonna get patched up and right back to the battlefield. But they was like, no, you got several fractures in your foot. Almost all the bones are broken. And they was like, you gonna need some therapy. When I got shot, I went to go stay with my grandmother. And it was just like, you know, my grandmother, she was a pastor. She talked about God night and day. So I used to be so bored just sitting in the house, couldn't really do nothing. Turning the TV one day, I see Joel Osteen on church. He was talking about, you know, like, it's not over for you. You know, one touch of God's favor.
And suddenly things turn around. Suddenly giants come down. Suddenly addictions are broken. Suddenly doors open. You see increase, abundance.
I would just watch him constantly, week after week, and he would just keep pumping these positive messages every week. I came across the freedom classes, so I took authentic manhood first, and they were just talking about the freedom of a man and just teaching us things of how to handle situations. It was a non-judgmental, safe space. So now, when I got into this group, like I said, it's freedoms. So I understand what they're saying about freedom. It makes you feel free. And I feel free to continue to keep going. It didn't feel like a group or a school or anything like that. It just felt like we would just have an open conversation with my family. I've always knew God in my heart. But now I wanted to live God on the outside. I got him here, but how do I live it on the outside? Because one thing Joel said, you know, he said, God will open some doors, but he will close some doors. So what was happening was that street life was closing, that door was closing. But what was opening is, hey, this is this God life. This is what I want you to do. Go in there and help somebody else. Yeah, so like I told you all, when I left that prison, I said, I ain't never going back. But I end up going back, and I'm helping guys go through the same things that I went through. So now I'm in there, I'm doing restorative justice, peace circles with the guys. And so what we're doing is working with first-time nonviolent felonies cases and helping those guys get their cases dismissed. And also, once they get it dismissed, also help them get it expunged so they will be able to get jobs so that convicted felon won't be on their background. But the thing about it is, I wanted it to feel real to them. I don't want to just, here, do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, you should do this. No, I make it authentic. This is what I did, and this is how I can help you get through the same process. I didn't understand it at first when I was going through it, but now I know my purpose is to help somebody else that went through what I went through to help them. No matter what you're going through, put your 100% trust in God, and it's never over for you. No matter what you're going through, I look at myself, I'm sitting here with you today, a person who's been shot 10 times, a person who's been in jail, and I never gave up hope. And now I'm thriving, and I know if I can do it, another person can do the same.